M.I.A. is known for her music, her eccentric style, and her activism, but there's still a lot of questions about this 46-year-old rapper that some may not know. Like, where did she grow up? How did she start music? And what inspired her to speak out? This is M.I.A. M.I.A., aka M.I.A., was born in London, though she grew up and spent most of her childhood in Sri Lanka. Her father joined the Tamil Tigers when the Civil War was starting. Because of the mass genocide, it was not safe for M.I.A. and her mother to stay, so when M.I.A. was 11 years old, she and her mom fled back to London. M.I.A. studied visual arts in school, and soon got her first exposure to music by becoming a graphic designer to the group Elastica. She also got good at using recording equipment in the process. M.I.A. soon came up with the stage name M.I.A. because of her cousin that went missing in action. In early 2004, M.I.A. recorded her first songs that got her attention, Galang and Sun Showers. Galang is a Jamaican term meaning go in. M.I.A. soon came out with her debut album, A Ruler. It included the hit Bucky Dun Gun. The album was a great start for M.I.A.'s career. Most of the songs were about her life as an immigrant. One of her songs, $10, is about young teen prostitutes using their clients to get away from their poor homelands and establish their independence. Another song titled Amazon was about M.I.A. remembered the time her family spent in Sri Lanka and all they had to endure. The album was rated highly by critics and loved by fans. M.I.A. went on her own very first tour, and it featured dates in North America, South America, Canada, Europe, Asia, and Australia. M.I.A. was becoming known across the world, and she had to choose how to use her voice for good. After M.I.A.'s success for her album A Ruler, she later released her first single off her second album, Kala. This song was called Boys, and it was released in June 2007. It also had a music video co-directed by Jay Wheel and M.I.A. herself. The second single was called Jimmy. It also, like her song Boys, had a music video, but nothing did as successful as her third single, Paper Planes.
I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait.
Her sophomore CD is entitled Kala. Please welcome M.I.A.
The website songfacts.com says, in this song, M.I.A. plays up the stereotype of a menacing illegal immigrant forging documents and threatening violence. The song is now M.I.A.'s biggest hit. It won awards from the Canadian Independent Music Award and the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, and earned a Grammy nomination for Record of the Year. The song was played everywhere on the radio and helped many people understand immigrant stereotypes. When her album Kala came out, a lot of people bought it because of the hit that was on it. By September 2013, it has sold 559,000 copies in the United States. In 2009, M.I.A. performed at the Grammys with Swagger Like Us, a song that sampled Paper Planes. She performed with T.I., Kanye West, and Lil Wayne. She performed on the stage when she was 9 months pregnant and having contractions. A few hours later, after performing, she went into labor and had her first child.
Is an acclaimed performer whose brand new album is in stores today. It's entitled M.I.A. Please welcome back to the program, M.I.A.
M.I.A.'s next single to her third studio album, M.I.A., was a song called Born Free. It had a music video. This was her most controversial work yet. Songfacts.com says, the 9-minute epic features nudity, graphic violence, and a plot where red-haired teenagers are rounded up into an armored protected van, driven to the desert, treated brutally, and forced to run across a live minefield. When it came out on YouTube, it was hidden by the YouTube staff after being too violent. M.I.A. said the video was inspired by a Gaga clip. With our video, we are really copying Telephone, M.I.A. said. Both of our videos are road movies. We kill people, they kill people. They start out in prison and we start out in a squat, hunting people down. This album also included the singles XXXO and It Takes Muscle. When the album was released on July 17, 2010, it had mixed reviews. One fan said, "Different from Kala, but equally addictive. Not everyone is going to like this because it covers many genres, but I think that's why it's great. One of my favorite albums I bought in 2010. There's no Paper Planes Part 2 in here, but that's what makes M.I.A. so great. Instead of churning out 10 more songs that are carbon copies, she opts to continue experimenting with other genres." Most of this was true. The album was very experimental and ahead of its time. The album's tracks are on the theme of information politics. What was next for M.I.A.? M.I.A. released their single Bad Girls in January of 2012. It currently has over 200 million streams on Spotify. It features a music video and was nominated for Best Video at the Grammys, upon many other awards. In this song, M.I.A. says bad girls in terms of empowerment for women all around the world and for them to tear down cultural barriers. The next thing M.I.A. was featured in was Gimme All Your Lovin' by Madonna. This song came out on February 3rd, 2012. Just 2 days later, Madonna performed at the Super Bowl alongside Nicki Minaj and M.I.A. M.I.A. did something unexpected, that the NFL sued her for $16.6 million for breach of contract when she held up her middle finger at the camera. This caused complaints and controversy.
Supersonic, bionic, uranium hit. So I break them off tricks. Let's play that it's thick. I'ma say this once, yeah, I didn't give a shit.
About 2 years later, she released her second single to promote her next album, "Matangi." The single was called Bring the Noise. And other singles came out after, like Come Walk With Me and Yella. Yella means you always live again.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
On this early workings of the album, M.I.A.'s record label rejected her early draft of Matangi for sounding too happy. But when it was done, it was full of unique sounds and well-written lyrics. During this time period, M.I.A. also collaborated with Donatella Versace to make a new collection for Versace. Her idea for the collection was to make it look like a bootleg product. Donatella says, "I love the energy of the street, so when M.I.A. suggested we use bootleg of Versace, I thought it was such an incredible idea. The collection is everything that I love about the new versions of Versace. It's fast, loud, unafraid, and it brings together worlds of music and fashion. I cannot wait to see people wearing the collection." Her album Matangi came out on November 1st, 2013. Spin.com says, M.I.A. never makes things easy. Like its creator, Matangi is flawed, frustrating, and occasionally confusing, but it's also interminably brilliant and completely unique. As of August 2016, Matangi has sold 77,000 copies in the US. M.I.A. got the name Matangi from the Hindu goddess of music and learning.
I think in 2010, after putting out the album and the whole war in Sri Lanka came to an end, those two things were very closely related. And then after that, I just kind of felt like if music wasn't about talking about those things or being yourself, then I would just purely do it because I was an entertainer.
One of M.I.A.'s songs on this album, Only One You, was produced by herself. One reporter said, "Matangi sounds like a soundtrack to a party that's about to go horribly wrong. But that is not a bad thing. It's best taken in small doses, but if you like M.I.A., rave music, or psychedelic music in general, this album won't disappoint." Her next 2015 project was called Metadata Scroll 01, Broader Than a Border, and included 2 songs, Swords and Warriors. Rolling Stone says, M.I.A.'s latest track picked up where Matangi left off. with thumping bass, worldly polyrhythmic beats, and a hypnotic chorus. It also had a music video that was filmed in a temple in India. Months later, on 20th of November 2015, M.I.A. released her single Borders off her upcoming 2016 album AIM. M.I.A. wrote Borders reportedly in 2 hours, and it was the quickest song she had ever wrote. It had a music video where it showed immigrants climbing over borders and them all being together in boats. The music video was filmed in India. M.I.A. said that none of the people in the music video were actors, but real people she found through street casting and refugee camps. Time magazine said it was one of the best videos of 2015.
I need to keep the immigrant story in all my work, always, because that is what I'm trying to make sense of.
Once again, M.I.A. got a lot of hate and controversy from hate groups like neo-Nazis. She had other singles on this album, including a song called Go Off, which includes a music video of mining site explosions. She also came out with the single Bird Song, which samples bird noises and other out-of-the-ordinary sounds. Just days before the album was released, the singer-writer and songwriter M.I.A. came out with her song Freedom. This song features singer and songwriter Zayn. The song was originally called Swagistan. Genius.com says, many people view predominantly Muslim countries with fear and consider them dangerous places. M.I.A. is breaking the stereotype by suggesting that they are all cool, people just like everyone else. On September 9, 2016, M.I.A. released AIM. She originally stated that this album would be her last, but that has since changed. The New York Times says AIM is full of crisply accomplished rhythm tracks and productions that steer clear of the bombcast and abrasiveness M.I.A. has tried in the past. M.I.A.'s next project was a song called Power. It had a music video that she directed entirely by herself. Nylon.com says, the professional pro-activator name checks everyone from Donald Trump to Rihanna in the abrasive new track, but surprised fans who thought her most recent album AIM would be her last. This was another political statement from M.I.A.
For Maya, I'd kind of disappeared and gone silent, but I would watch sort of 8 hours of footage of her every day, and then if she rang...
M.I.A.'s next project was not an album. It was not a song, but a documentary titled Matangi, Maya, M.I.A. Made by the movie director Steve Loveridge, it did extremely well, scoring a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. The political documentary focused less on her music, but more on her early life when she was living in Sri Lanka. M.I.A. had always wanted to be a documentary maker when she was younger, so she had a lot of home video footage she used in the documentary before she was famous. M.I.A. gave Loveridge over 700 hours of home video footage to put together. When Loveridge first showed her the documentary, M.I.A. said it was not the film I would have made, but then she later changed her mind. The film was released in select cinemas in the United Kingdom on September 21, 2018, and the United States on September 28, 2018. M.I.A. went into 2020 featured in multiple songs. She's featured in songs like Up Inna and Franchise. Franchise featured Travis Scott and Young Thug. The song was a big hit. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard's Top 100. The song also had a music video filmed in Michael Jordan's house, and the song won an award for Best Hip Hop at the VMAs. Kawasaki, catch a fish, sushi, maki, living like London City, left the town. Talking Travis, be that fam.
Yeah, you know that. And when they free us out, gon' be a film, a Kodak. Shoot me pouring right above the rim.
Overall, M.I.A. affected the world in so many ways. She has taught many people on how important it is to stay relevant and speak out for what you believe in. Since the song Franchise, M.I.A. has made NFTs and spoken out on multiple problems around the world. Even though M.I.A. has not put an album out since 2016, she continues to inspire people to make the change to make the world a better place. In November of last year on Instagram, she announced her next LP, M.I.A, but no further information has been released as of this time. A lot of people wonder what is next for M.I.A, and the truth is no one really knows. But whatever it is, her fans will be ready. Whether it's a smash hit like Paper Planes or an obscure album like M.I.A, her fans will be there to support her. This is M.I.A.